Since the United States is slowly, I hope not inexorably, because there are things we can do to block it, moving in the direction of a police state, it is very helpful for us to read Solzhenitsyn's The Gulag Archipelago, which we're doing together. We're in the opening chapter dealing with arrest. And one of the points that Solzhenitsyn makes is that they come to arrest you, and most people go submissively. They go, I won't say eagerly, but they go, in a sense, without putting up any resistance. He says, a submissive sheep is a find for a wolf. And here's Solzhenitsyn. The submissiveness is also due to ignorance of the mechanics of epidemic arrests. Very interesting phrase, epidemic arrests. Solzhenitsyn means mass arrests. Arrests have become almost like an epidemic. They're occurring all over the place, and people really don't know what's driving them, who's behind it, and what reason. Well, it turns out there's really no reason, but arrest is a tool of social coercion. I'm now going to read. By and large, the organs, meaning the government, had no profound reasons for their choice of whom to arrest and whom not to arrest. They merely had overall assignments, quotas, for a specific number of arrests. These quotas might be filled on an orderly basis or wholly arbitrarily. And listen to this. In 1937, a woman came to the reception room of the NKVD, the government office, to ask what she should do about the unfed, unweaned infant of a neighbor who had been arrested. They said, "Sit down, we'll find out." She sat there for 2 hours, whereupon they took her and tossed her into a cell. They had a total plan which had to be fulfilled in a hurry, and there was no one available to send out into the city, and here was this woman already in their hands. I mean, I find myself ruefully chuckling at this, but you get a sense that at some point the police state is so out of control. And, this is a kind of a warning a little bit to Democrats and leftists in this country, because they always think, oh, we can have a police state, and guess what? It's going to be really targeted. It's going to focus on those MAGA Republicans. We're going to get those guys. We're not even going to go after all Republicans. There are going to be Romney Republicans, McCain Republicans, McConnell Republicans. We'll protect those guys. We're going to have a very surgical police state for our deadly enemies. But Solzhenitsyn's point is, well, that may be in phase 1. Have you thought about phase 2, phase 3, phase 4? All right, let's keep going. Universal innocence also gave rise to the universal failure to act. Maybe they won't take you. Maybe it will all blow over. A.I. Ladiensky was the chief teacher in a school in remote Kologriv. In 1937, a peasant approached him in an open market and passed him a message from a third person. Alexander Ivanich, get out of town, you are on the list. But he stayed. He thought to himself, after all, the whole school rests on my shoulders. And their own children are pupils here. In other words, the children of senior government officials are pupils here. How can they arrest me? Several days later, he was arrested. Not everyone was so fortunate as to understand at the age of 14, as did Vanya Levitsky. Every honest man is sure to go to prison. This is the kid talking, a 14-year-old. Right now, my papa is serving time, and when I grow up, they'll put me in too. Sure enough, they put him in when he was 23 years old. The majority, writes Solzhenitsyn, sit quietly and dare to hope. So hope is a virtue, but hope is not a good thing when it becomes the enemy of realism, when it becomes the enemy of recognizing the true state of affairs. It's kind of like saying you've got gangsters surrounding your house, they have their guns drawn. I hope that there will be a positive outcome. Well, to the degree that you're sitting there hoping, you might be not acting. You need to be on your cell phone. You need to be sounding the alarm. If your home has an alarm, you need to be making a noise. You need to be drawing attention. You need to do everything you possibly can to address the situation in front of you. But, says Solzhenitsyn, quote, since you aren't guilty, how can they arrest you? It's a mistake. They are already dragging you along by the collar and you still keep exclaiming to yourself, it's a mistake. They'll set things straight and let me out. Others are being arrested en masse. And it's a bothersome fact, but in those cases, there's always some dark area. Well, maybe he was guilty, but as for you, you are obviously innocent. You still believe that the organs, the government, are human logical institutions. They will set things straight and let you out. So this is the delusion that tends to seize the honest person's mind who ultimately has a trust in things. Oh, I trust the FBI. Well, the FBI is a law enforcement agency. They go after the mafia and bad guys. Why would they be coming after me? It must be some mistake. And so this is the mentality, the psychology that Solzhenitsyn is, I think, brilliantly outlining here. Why then should you run away? And how can you resist right then? After all, you'll only make your situation worse. You'll make it more difficult for them to sort out the mistake. And isn't that just that you... And it isn't just that you don't put up any resistance, you even walk down the stairs on tiptoe as you are ordered to do so your neighbors won't hear. So this is a point by Solzhenitsyn that I think is very subtle and very damning. It says ultimately that you, the arrestee, become an accessory to your own arrest, because you don't even take the minimum steps, even though your situation is desperate, even though self-interest and even survival. It's almost like the antelope is now cornered. But the antelope maybe could still make a dash for it, maybe could be rescued by other members of the herd, but the antelope decides, no, I think I'll go along with the cheetah because I might there's got to be some mistake. The cheetah's not after me after all. I'm going to be able to get out of this. Mike Lindell has a passion to help you get the best sleep of your life. He didn't stop with just the MyPillow pillow. He created also the Giza Dream bed sheets. We have these all over our home. We love them. The sheets look and feel great, which means an even better night's sleep, which is crucial for our overall health. Mike found the world's best cotton called Giza. It's ultra soft and breathable, but also extremely durable. And Mike's latest deal is sale of the year. For a limited time, you get 50% off the Giza Dream sheets, marking prices down as low as $29.98 depending on the size. Go to mypillow.com, enter promo code Dinesh. There you'll find not only this great offer, but also deep discounts on all the MyPillow products, the MyPillow robes, the mattress topper, the kitchen towel sets, and so much more. The number to call, 800-876-0227. Once again, it's 800-876-0227, or go to mypillow.com. Make sure to use the promo code DINESH Dinesh.